What's up YouTube, example 100,000 here. Or, as you may have seen, I changed my name to iCookie, so you'll see that my name is now iCookie with the brackets E100K standing for example 100,000. So, this is another NU-alpha battle with a slightly tweaked team from last time. It's exactly the same except I got rid of the Gengar and replaced, not a Gengar, Kingler, and I replaced it with a Feraligatr, since it's much more bulkier, even though with significantly less attack. It also has a torrent boost, so I guess it would be slightly stronger when it's low in health. And it also gets a priority Aquajet, so that is really good, which is why I decided to give it a try to change things up a little bit, since I wasn't too happy with Kingler being that frail on the special defensive side. So let's get into this battle. So I'm on the other side. My opponent leads off with his Fletchinder. I lead off with my Typhlosion, just not expecting much, I don't know. At first I was planning on leading with Rotom, expecting a Fletchinder, but then since after he took a long time, I cancelled that and then changed to Typhlosion. For whatever reason, I didn't know what to start off with looking at his team, because he could start off with his Seismitoad and or he could start off with his Fletchinder, and if I started off with my Rotom, he could easily just switch into his Seismitoad anyway. So I just decided to lead off with my Specs Typhlosion. It's extremely powerful, whatever. Just lead off with it. And he switches out into his Seismitoad, and I didn't really expect whatever. I just decided to go for a Fire Blast, thinking that he'd just go for Acrobatics, weaken me, and I would just do a lot of damage with Fire Blast. But whatever, my Specs Fire Blast doesn't do that much to the Seismitoad, obviously, so yeah, I have to switch out. I go into my Malamar. That was actually a misclick. I was meant to go into my Elite Vandy, but then, whatever, I pressed it, and out comes my Malamar, so I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'll just go for some superpowers, as he just decides to switch into his Doublade, obviously, to take my superpower, like it was nothing, and I know a Night Slash wouldn't do much to a Doublade since it's so ridiculously physically bulky, so predicting him to go for an Iron Head, actually, I go into my Golem, because I know I can take one and then get that weakness policy up and do lots of damage to whatever comes in. So he decides to bring in his Shift Tree. I was almost that close to pressing Stone Edge, but then I decided not to, because I was really afraid of missing, and what if he stayed in and decided to Shadow Sneak thinking it would kill me. I actually did a calc and Shadow Sneak would not kill me from the Doublade, so I just really wanted to get rid of it. But yeah, he makes a good play, goes into Shift Tree and barely takes that Earthquake and just kills me off with a Sucker Punch. Nothing I could really do about that. So now I bring in my Elite Vandy, and I just want to get the Sticky Web up because his Verizon is really fast. And I knew after attacking me he would kill himself with Life Orb. So now I decide to save my Elite Vandy for Death Fodder and go into my Rotom, because I can easily take an Acrobatics from a Fletchinder. And just and now predicting his Seismitoad to come in, I go for the trick to give him a Scarf so that he can't switch out moves, I guess. And I don't really need a Scarf anymore, since his fastest Pokemon being his Verizon is now slow. I don't really need it anymore, so I decide to go into my Feraligatr, predicting a Scald, trying to burn me. Of course I'm scared of the burn, but my Rotom cannot take many Scalds, so I just had to hope that he does not burn me. And I go for a Sword Stance, obviously predicting him to switch out, or if he just keeps scolding, provided that he does not burn me, I can get up some free Sword Stances and just destroy his team after that. So I go for a Sword Stance. He brings in his Liepard. I just kill him with that Aquajet. He probably went for a Prankster Thunder Wave or Prankster Encore. But I did a calc and actually Aquajet OHKOs that life pod 100% of the time. So that's pretty damn crazy power from Feraligatr. So I'm pretty happy with this Feraligatr, obviously. He probably thought he could live one, or he just thought that I might just go for a waterfall or whatever and hit me with that priority, whatever, thunder wave or encore, whatever. But yeah, I just killed him off with that Aquajet, which is absolutely amazing. So now onwards with the battle, he brings in his Doublade, obviously expecting to be able to take some waterfalls, and look at that, after a +2 life orb for Feraligatr, with a critical hit, only did 74% or something to a normal damage Doublade. It's crazy powerful. It's like so damn physically bulky. This Pokemon is one of the most overpowered Pokemon in NU at the moment. It's so physically strong as well after Swords Dance. Yeah, so I go for a waterfall, and now I did a calc, and his Shadow Sneak will not kill me, so I just decide to go for an Aquajet, just thinking that if he decides to Shadow Sneak, I can just kill him off anyway. But whatever, he brings in his Seismitoad, water absorbs that Aquajet, that's absolutely fine by me. I just decide to go for a return to obviously do lots of damage to the Seismitoad, but for whatever reason he decides to bring back in his Doublade, so the last 2 turns was absolutely pointless. I go for the Aquajet just like 2 turns ago, and yep, his Doublade dies. So now he brings in his Virizion. Yeah, he gets hit by that sticky web, so he's slower than me now. I just kill him off with that return. I suspect that he expected that anyway, just to bring it in as a death fodder, thinking these 2 Pokemon would be more useful, I suppose. Yeah, so I just kill him, and as I die from that life orb recoil. So now I bring in my Typhlosion. Looking at those 2 Pokemon, I'm thinking Typhlosion's probably one of the best Pokemon I can deal with, because Malamar can't, well, I don't know. I was thinking Malamar's superpower only does 20 something percent to a Seismitoad, and yes, my Typhlosion has that hidden power grass, and Fire Blast on a Fletchinder would do a lot of damage anyway. So yeah, I bring in my Typhlosion, he brings in his Fletchinder, he goes straight for an Acrobatics, and this is the key turn right here. You'll see why, actually. I'll tell you why later. So he brings me down to the Blaze range, and look at this. Fire Blast OHKOs a Fletchinder that resists that hit. So that was a key turn right there. Had he gone for Swords Dance instead, my Fire Blast, after I did my calc, the damage I would have done would have been around 70 to 90% to the Fletchinder, because I was boosted into the Blaze range, and because I got lucky as well. I actually had 50% chance to OHKO that Fletchinder after getting into the Blaze range, and I did get that 50% and kill off his Fletchinder. Had he gone for the Swords Dance, I would not have been able to kill him, and then his Acrobatics would likely just run through the rest of my team. So he really screwed up there. Yeah, that was a key turn in the game. Yeah, obviously after his Fletchinder dies, he brings back in his Seismitoad, his last Pokemon. He can't really do anything. I just go for a Fire Blast, no point switching up, because I died to a Stealth Rock anyway. My Leavanny as a death fodder didn't serve any purpose whatsoever in this battle, but whatever. Now I just bring in my Malamar. Actually, superpower does 36%. That's absolutely whatever. It does not matter. Even if he burns me and crits me, I would still be able to kill him off with another 2 superpowers. So that was the game. It was a really great game. Even though it was a 3-0, it was an absolutely great game. He probably would have ended up winning if he Swords Dance. I'm not sure if Swords Dance plus Acrobatics would kill that Malamar in one shot though, because my Malamar does have that Rock Slide to OHKO the Fletchinder. So I'm not sure if that would have I didn't do a calc on that. If you would like to do a calc and leave a comment below, then yeah, feel free to do that. So that was a great game actually, and then after the game I jumped up by 30 points or something, and he dropped by 30 points, and I noticed that he was actually third on the NU-Alpha leaderboard. So, and yeah, after I defeated him, he dropped down to 4th, and I jumped from like 60 something to like 50th something. So yeah, that's pretty cool, like to be able to beat someone who's actually in the top 3. So I felt really proud. He made that one misplay that I think that arguably costed him the game. I'm not sure if he would have been able to OHKO my Malamar though. Yeah. So that was the game. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon Showdown, and Pokemon related, possibly, Pokemon videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.